Complete the following by using correct option. Air, water, minerals, soil are dash factors of an ecosystem. Physical, organic, inorganic. Air, water, minerals, soil are physical factors of an ecosystem. River, ponds, ocean are dash ecosystems. Land, aquatic, synthetic. River, ponds, ocean are aquatic ecosystems. Man is dash in an ecosystem. Producer, consumer, decomposer. Man is consumer in an ecosystem. Match the following: cactus, desert, aquatic plants, aquatic, mangroves, creek, pine, forest. View my information. Ecosystem. Ecosystem is the structure formed by the interrelationships between the living organisms and non-living components in their surrounding habitats. Living organisms are also called biotic factors, while the non-living components are called abiotic factors. The abiotic and biotic factors have a reciprocal relationship with each other. The ecosystem has plants as producers, animals as consumers, and microbes as decomposers. The decomposers return the substances back to the nature by process of decomposition in which the organic complex molecules are reduced to their inorganic constituents. Thus, the dead remains of plants and animals are once again recycled back to the nature in any healthy ecosystem. Biome. In some regions on Earth, a large area has same climate and abiotic factors. The living organisms in those areas are also similar. So a specific ecosystem develops in a vast area. Such large ecosystems are called biomes. These biomes contain many small ecosystems. Earth itself is a vast ecosystem. Two types of biomes are found on the Earth: land biomes, aquatic biomes. Land biomes. The biomes which exist only on land are called land biomes. Due to unequal distribution of abiotic factors, different types of ecosystems exist. Example: grasslands, evergreen forests, deserts, Iceland ecosystem, ecosystems in taiga, tropical rainforests, etc. Aquatic biomes. Types of aquatic biomes are freshwater ecosystem, marine ecosystem, creek ecosystem. Food web. The complex feeding relationships form a food web. In nature, in any ecosystem, the food chains are not straight and linear, but these are quite complex. A prey is consumed by a predator, but this predator can itself be a prey to some other predator. Example: frog is a predator for variety of insects, but frog is preyed upon by snake and the snake can be eaten by a bird. The same bird can also feed on insects or frog. The interrelationships between different biotic components of any ecosystem thus form the complicated food web. Give scientific reasons. Plants in an ecosystem are called consumers. An ecosystem consists of biotic and abiotic factors. Plants are the biotic factors that can produce their own food using sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water by the process of photosynthesis, and are hence called producers. In an ecosystem, only producers can produce their own food. The primary consumers derive their nutrition from these producers. Secondary consumers derive nutrition from the primary consumers, and so on. Consumers cannot produce their own food and get energy directly or indirectly from the energy trapped in plants. Thus, plants in an ecosystem are called producers. Large dams destroy ecosystems. When a large dam is constructed, the original landscape is changed. The trees are cut down, causing deforestation. The wild animals lose their habitat. Many of them become extinct. There is great loss of flora and fauna due to construction of large dams. There is undue pressure on the land surface caused due to stored water column. This may cause earthquakes. The human settlements are removed as their houses and farms are immersed underwater. In all the above ways, large dams destroy the ecosystems. Rhinos were restored in Dudhwa forest. Long ago, in last century, Dudhwa forest was the natural habitat of the one-horned rhino. However, due to hunting and poaching, the rhino became almost extinct In order to restore it back, the breeding in captivity was attempted and the young ones were released in the natural habitat. Saving the precious wildlife is important and hence these efforts were done. Answer the following. What are the effects of increased population on ecosystems? Humans are the consumers in an ecosystem. Ecosystems can provide basic needs in normal conditions, but due to increased population, man kept on snatching natural resources on large scale. Changing lifestyle demands more than necessary. That has increased stress on the ecosystems and has generated vast amount of waste. How is urbanization responsible for destruction of ecosystems? Due to continuous process of urbanization, more and more agricultural lands, marshlands, wetlands, forests and grasslands are being destroyed for buildings and other basic facilities around. As a result of this human interference, ecosystems either change or get completely destroyed. What are the reasons for war? Differences and competition over land, water, mineral resources, or some economic and political reasons lead to war among human races. Heavy bombing and mine explosions are done in wars. These are not only life-threatening but also change or destroy natural ecosystem. The impacts of war on the environment as well as on humans are significant, so we must prevent future wars. Explain the interactions among the factors of an ecosystem. Each and every abiotic factor, air, water, soil, sunlight, temperature, humidity, affects the biotic factors in the ecosystem. The abiotic factors in an ecosystem decide which biotic factors will survive in it and what will be their number. The proportion of abiotic factors in an ecosystem is always changing as biotic factors use or excrete abiotic factors. Every biotic factor affects abiotic factors as well as other biotic factors around it. Differentiate between evergreen forests and grasslands. Evergreen forests and grasslands. Evergreen forests are found in the areas where it rains throughout the year. Grasslands are found in the areas where the rainfall is not enough to support the growth of big trees. The forests are dense and trees compete amongst themselves to get sunlight, thus growing tall. Extensive growth of grass is seen, however, very few trees and shrubs are also found. The leaves of trees in this forest are broad and green. Grassland plants have thin, narrow leaves to reduce transpiration (evaporation). Green forest trees do not shed their leaves completely regardless of the season. Grasslands dry during dormant season (period in which growth ceases temporarily). Describe the following pictures. The given picture represents a desert ecosystem. Deserts receive less than 25 cm of rainfall. Animals of the desert ecosystem are adapted to survive with less water. They have thick skin to prevent loss of water. Camels can survive for a long time without food and water. Plants found in the desert ecosystem are prickly pear cacti, saguaro cacti, desert palm trees, etc. Certain desert animals like spiders, lizards and rats are nocturnal and live in burrows during the day. Can you tell what is the role of microbes in above interaction? Microbes play the role of decomposers in the above interactions. How do producers obtain abiotic factors? Producers obtain solar energy from sunlight. The other nutrients are obtained from soil, water and air. From where do the consumers get their food? Consumers get their food from producers and other consumers. Use your brain power. Which biotic factors get affected due to a dam? The biotic factors include plants, animals and humans. Lot of vegetation is submerged from the place where dam is constructed. The forests are wiped out. Large-scale deforestation takes place in the proposed dam area. Wildlife is destroyed completely. The resident animals whose habitat are there either migrate away or are killed due to lack of their food and shelter. Many instances of animal-human conflicts arise when the wild animals drift to the neighboring human settlements. If human settlements are shifted, people are displaced. They lose their houses and agricultural land. Though compensation is given to them, there is great change for the people. Water current in lower area of the dam is reduced due to construction of dam walls. Therefore, the original floating running five water ecosystems that were present are destroyed after the construction of dam. What will be the effects on biotic factors in the running water of river? The aquatic flora, plants and fauna animals are well adapted to their habitats. The running water ecosystems are known as floating ecosystems. The non-moving waters, on the contrary, create lentic ecosystems. Floating ecosystems provide special adaptations to the plants and animals living therein. Plants are mostly in the form of freely floating algae and phytoplankton. Animals are well adapted for swimming in the currents of water. The fishes especially show a streamlined body, fins for swimming and gills to take up dissolved oxygen in the water. The other animals are also well adapted to the currents of water.